If you've seen the chart of XRP, then I'm sure anyone who says that this coin will reach $27 sounds insane, right? Well, that's not entirely true. This coin has shown potential that it will likely reach $27 and continue even higher, and this could happen in 2022. There's so many factors in play that you need to understand before you get to have faith that this coin will reach that price. But before we get into that, time to roll that intro. As always, we welcome you back to MoneySide, your favorite crypto news channel. If you're new here, welcome to the XRP family. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on our daily crypto news updates. XRP fell all the way to number 8, with Binance Coin and Solana taking higher spots. Cardano is also on the move and USDC right behind it. So what happened? Well, XRP was up at number 6, but took a small nosedive to 83 cents, which is why its position dropped. But don't worry. This is all just in preparation for its bullish trend. We all know that this coin is meant for greater heights, and this is just a minor setback. I know, it literally sounds like I'm drinking the XRP Kool-Aid, but trust me, that's not the case. As we start up a new year, it's time for me to give you a recap of what happened in 2021 and what to expect in 2022. Now, if you're new to the XRP case, then you should hit that subscribe button because I post news every day regarding the current proceedings in the court and also the general crypto world. In the past few days, the SEC versus Ripple court case has been silent, and it's because the SEC requests for an extension. It's clear the SEC is up to something, or they finally realize that the public now knows about their illegal activities, especially in this court case. We've seen the SEC retract their statements several times, tamper with evidence, and even commit perjury, all in the name of trying to win this case by all means necessary. But that hasn't gone unnoticed. First of all, Bill Hinman's statement used as evidence to defend Ripple, but the SEC quickly dismissed it as personal opinion. However, Bill's statements actually includes the words "we," which clearly states that the SEC knew about it and were in it together. They actually denied this statement when in literal perspective, Bill was sharing the views of the whole SEC body. And if that's not enough, the SEC later defended themselves using Bill's statement. That sounds to me like the SEC is manipulating the evidence to suit their own needs. They will only agree with Bill's statement when it suits their agenda, which isn't the right way to practice the law. I mean, the SEC is a regulatory body and should understand that they are actually the ones on the wrong here. If they only admitted to making a mistake, this case could have been done and over long ago, and they would have restored balance in the crypto community. That includes the trust of the whole crypto space. More importantly, the SEC actually gave Bitcoin and Ethereum a pass by declaring them as not a security. The worst part is that they did not declare as to how they came to this conclusion. It's like the SEC is choosing winners and losers in the crypto market. That's because when the SEC decided that XRP should be taken to court, this crypto's price plummeted, and it's been trying to recover ever since then. And for supporting Bitcoin and Ethereum, these two crypto prices have been bullish since then. Now, with zero laws to govern them, the SEC are actually trying to bring down any opponents of Ethereum. Now, why do I say that? Well, XRP was just about to overtake Ethereum when the SEC filed the lawsuit. They've been waiting for so long and only ended up filing a lawsuit at the last minute. I think Ethereum has the SEC in its back pocket. That is why the SEC is going to extreme lengths just to defend them, even when we can all see clearly that the SEC is wrong. They don't have any evidence against Ripple and are just trying to stall the company. What I don't get is why don't they just work hand in hand with Ripple? This court case will bring out the worst of the SEC, and the community will see this regulatory body for what it truly is. For now, they might be going into a settlement with Ripple. That's because it's required by the law to have a settlement meeting before the court case continues. Most analysts speculate that the SEC has gone through all that just to strengthen their cards on the bargaining table. It's a smart move, but only if they didn't have to break the law while doing it. Unfortunately, even with all of that, Ripple still holds the upper hand and will likely win the court case. That's because the SEC still does not have any dirt against Ripple, and they are only throwing accusations without providing concrete evidence to support their claim. That's rather unfortunate because all the SEC has achieved since this court case began is damage their own reputation in the process. Now, don't get me wrong. I'd love regulatory clarity and a body that could support the whole crypto world and also defend it. But the people in charge of the SEC currently are not doing the job they signed up for. Instead, it seems that they'd rather win at all costs. That is why the XRP community is now trying to contact Congress to intervene in the case, because the court case is turning out to be the Wild West. And when Congress intervenes, guess who's winning? Ripple, of course. That is why most analysts are positive that this coin will reach $27 this year and continue even higher. Now that we got you up to date, time to check out the numbers, and first the XRP chart. We are still within the triangle. March 2022 is the end and will determine if we head up or down. I don't follow the news as much, but the big move will happen once the lawsuit settles and relisting XRP on exchanges. Relisting in exchanges and lawsuit settlements would cause FOMO in the market, which is also good for all the other cryptos. Stochastic RSI, when we cross the bullish and above the 20 levels, XRP goes from 4 to 74 times in price. All we're doing now is awaiting for the stochastic RSI cross again. The RSI, highly oversold on the monthly, will start slowly taking profits once the RSI reaches the green box. Turning now to take a look at Bitcoin. Now we can watch there how Bitcoin completed the whole massive cup and handle formation that I mentioned in my previous year's forecast. This completion confirmed even more targets. Besides that, as Bitcoin moved on to break out the cup handle formation, we can watch in this chart now that Bitcoin continued to hold on above the 60 EMA marked in red, and above this EMA, Bitcoin has now moved on to form the next historical triangle marked in blue, and I already mentioned in my triangle cycle analysis. As Bitcoin is finishing the wave count within this triangle, there is a high probability given that this whole formation completes, which will happen when Bitcoin finally bounces above the upper boundary as seen in my chart. Therefore, there is a great objection given on the middle to long-term basis. However, the more short-term basis, we need to expect that volatility developments will increase further and that Bitcoin will show more and more rigged movements on short-term outlooks. As always, we remind you to do your own research and always trade safely. And please keep in mind, we're not a licensed financial advisor. All videos on this channel are intended for entertainment purposes only. Please tell us what you think in the comments section below, and let's have a conversation. Thank you as always for watching. Hey, don't forget to like this video and please hit that subscribe button below. And be sure to turn on notifications so you get informed whenever we drop new content. Thanks again, Happy New Year, and we will see you on the next Money Side.